This tutorial will show you how to create the Customer Picker data template and then use it to show the Customer Details data template. The Customer Picker data template is one of the templates installed when you have chosen to install the demo data. It uses the Northwind database, which will also have been installed with the demo data. This tutorial will also introduce fuzzy searching criteria for a query. If you have installed the demo data, then a database user called Pigeon will have been created with a password of Pigeon. Otherwise, you will need a valid username and password to access the Northwind database. Let's get started. Click the Template button on the home screen to create a new data template. Enter Customer Picker for the name field. This should be as descriptive as possible and is the title shown on the home screen list of data templates. Enter Customers in the caption field. This is the name of the data template which will be displayed on mobile clients. Select Bluebird for the style. This provides a theme for the mobile client to use when displaying data for this data template. Click the Save button on the toolbar. Now we need to create a query which will return the data we want. Since we are connecting to Microsoft SQL Server, we can use the wizard to make connecting easier. Ensure that the connection type is set to OLEDB and change the database to MS SQL Server. A wizard button will now appear at the end of the toolbar. Click the wizard button. This pops up the SQL Server connection wizard. The first field to be completed is the server name. Click the refresh button to the right of the available servers field. This will then search for available SQL servers. After a few moments, one or more SQL servers should be listed. Click on the one you wish to connect to. For the Northwind database, this will usually be named using your machine name followed by \SQL Express. Now enter your username for the database followed by your password. Click the refresh button to the right of the database field to obtain a list of databases on the selected server. If your username or password is incorrect, you will see an error message displayed. Select the Northwind database. Now click the Test button to verify that Pigeon can connect to the database. If all went well, you will see success displayed in the message area. Now click the OK button to close the connection wizard and continue. Since we expect to return several customers, set the field view type to List View. Fill in the caption field with customers, and then click the Save button in the toolbar. Now we want to specify what data is required. To do this, we will use the Visual Query Designer, so click the Design button in the toolbar. The Query Designer should now show a list of database tables on the left and show an empty canvas area in the centre. Drag the table Customers from the table list onto the canvas. Now we need to select some fields, or columns as they are more correctly called, which we would like to see in our results. Select the Customer ID field in the Customers table by ticking the checkbox alongside it. You will see that the field is added to the grid in the lower part of the designer. Now select Customer's Company Name. We want to be able to search on a part of the company name column, so in the criteria for this column, enter like ? This causes the database to perform a search by comparing part or all of the text values. We will refine the way Pigeon manages this in a moment. It would probably be sensible to return the matching names in alphabetic order, so in the grid for Customer's customer name, select ASC in the column Sort Type. Click the Save button in the toolbar. We now need to refine the way that the criteria value is used by Pigeon. For example, if a user entered Matt as the search value, we could match on names beginning with Matt, ending with Matt, or with Matt anywhere within the name. The database uses a percentage symbol to match one or more characters. This can be used to tune the way a search is carried out. Click the Criteria button in the toolbar. Set the caption to company name. Verify that the field operator is set to like. We will choose to find customers where the criteria value is matched anywhere in their company name. So set the field wildcard mode to before and after. This causes Data Pigeon to insert a percentage wildcard character both before and after the criteria value when the query is executed. Enter ANA for the test value field. When performing wildcard searches, a huge amount of data can sometimes be returned when criteria are left blank, which would cause a mobile client to perform very slowly. Click the required field to force a user to enter some form of criteria. Click the Save button in the toolbar and then click Back. Click the Test button in the toolbar to see what the data template is looking like. We don't really need to see the customer ID. In fact, all we really want to see is a list of customer names. Close the test results. Click the Columns button in the toolbar. Untick the visible field for customer ID. We need to link this data template to the customer details data template. This requires us to pass a customer ID. Set the link field to Customer Details drill down. Remember to save, then select the column Customer's Company Name and tick the Hide Label column so that the caption is not shown. When a user taps on a company name, we need the tap to be redirected to the Customer ID field, so set the Redirect Tap To field to Customer's Customer ID. Save, then click the Back button, and then test to see how the data template will look. You should see 2 customers listed. This completes the tutorial to create the Customer Picker data template.